Hey guys, what is happening? And thanks for tuning in for another clothing blowout. We're gonna show ties today. um, I got the top 20 ties to look out for when you're in the uh, thrift store, garage sale, wherever you go. But ties are actually something that I like. They're easy to go through. There's usually a lot of them sitting on the rack, and a lot of times they're overlooked. The thing is, there's a learning curve to them, and you need to know which things not to pick up. So we'll start with the things not to pick up first. There's a lot of there's some brands that I left out of here that you could pick up, but it all depends on what price point you're looking for. So the number one tie that I would say to not pick up is Christian Dior. So when you hear that, it's obviously a designer name, and you would think I should pick this up, but they're old and out of style almost 95% of the time, and you shouldn't pick them up. They don't sell quickly. They don't sell fast at all on eBay, and they're common in the thrift store. So I would say like just steer clear of Christian Dior. That's a common one that you see that you really think would be worth money that you shouldn't pick up. And the other one is I know we all love Pendleton. It sells really good, but you have to remember that it's not going to sell for a lot. Like a Pendleton tie won't always sell for a lot of money. And a lot of times they get damaged. So just be sure to check on those two when you're looking through. But I'm going to get right into my list of 20 really good ones to look out for. So what I'm looking for in a tie, these are going to sit for a while. They're really going to sit for a while, unless someone's looking for a pattern that you throw up, which is very rare. They're going to sit for a while, and you should definitely wait for the right buyer to come along because they're small, they're light. I mean, if you package them right, or store them correctly, they're really easy to store. They're not going to take up a lot of your space at all, and they're easy to ship. And you're usually going to get these between $1 to $3. Buying a tie for $5 is unheard of for me. Like it's very rare, but a lot of these ties, if they're for $5, I would happily buy them. So getting right into it, the first one you see here is Hermes Paris necktie. You can see right away it's sold for over $100. This is probably one of the creme de la crop tie brands that you're going to see. But if you ever see this, get excited because you're going to make some money, and definitely pick it up every time. The second one is Brioni, and you're going to see a lot of these really nice brands. They coincide into a lot of the categories of stuff that you're going to want to look for, and there's a reason for that. They're not as common. They're very high end, and they're desirable to people. So Brioni and anything look out for, especially in a tie. They do very well. You can see here this one sold for $79. Really nice brand. Their neckties are actually usually have a lot of designs on them, and they look really sharp. Brooks Brothers is a common one. All of their ties do well. I would say the range of the ties for Brooks Brothers, they're gonna go from anywhere from $15 to $30. It's a wide range. It all depends on your pattern. The best way to list these is probably buy it now, best offer, and list high. I list most of my Brooks Brothers ties for $24 to $29 with a best offer. And people are going to offer you what they feel comfortable paying, and then you can negotiate it. It's really easy to do it that way. Ermenegildo Zegna. All their ties do really good. I mean, everything that they have does very well. This is a sharp looking tie. This is what, same looking brand tag there. They do really good. So Turnbull and Asser. This one doesn't have come on. Well, let me zoom. This one doesn't have a really good brand that you can look, but I've seen one of these in a thrift store before. On the black part right here, if you can see my cursor, it has like an inscription that says Turnbull and Asser on it, which is very easy to spot. Sometimes with neckties you have to search for that stuff because even the brand name, which is usually up where the tie holder is, that gets removed sometimes. So you might have a good tie without the label on there. Chanel, another really nice brand here. Colorful ties, you can see. Lots going on there with the floral, and I'm not sure what else that would be called, but it's a nice tie. Any tie that you can list for over $100 is really exciting, I think. So definitely look out for Chanel. Salvatore Ferragamo is another one. These can go for a lot also. I mean, they have $100 ties out there. It all depends on the pattern. You can see here, like this is a little more uh, royal floral style. There is some more modern styles that would probably go for a lot more with this brand, but it's a good one. And yeah, the name Giorgio Armani. This is one that you're not going to see as often either, but it does pretty good. A lot of them sell. Really solid sale there, $40. Not too much to say about these ties. I'm just going to go through, show you the brand names. This is another one that you're going to see down the road. Keep an eye out for this tag in all brands, or in shirts and suits also. Kitan Napoli. It's made in Italy. All silk. Look at this one has a beautiful design. And I think that this is even this is underpriced. You could get more for this brand. It's a very, very good brand. Pick it up. Anytime you see this red dot, like that's a money. Just think of money when you see that. Like that's a good brand. Vineyard Vines. This is a little bit fresher brand. A little new. It does very well. It has a large following. Kentucky Derby Mint Julep. That's an interesting pattern right there. Shep and Ian, they always have like tags like that on all their clothing. But yeah, Vineyard Vines, sometimes they got the little whales. If you haven't seen it, like research it. Their shirts do very well also. Pink, Thomas Pink, another one this looks interesting. Look at this tie, very interesting. $27. This is where the majority of the ties you'll find will sell in. But yeah, this is a really nice one. You can tell. Look at that. Looks like a nice, clean label. Very, very nice. Ted Baker. This is another one. I don't do the shirts as much with them. I don't pick up these shirts as much. I'm gonna have to research some more. I know I just did a shirt video, but I know this is a good brand. This is an interesting tie. I think it's kind of ugly, but it does good. So $43. Burberry. This is another good one to look out for, definitely. This is a generic pattern. They're mostly, they all have this type of pattern right here, this check pattern, which is really easy to look out for. This was linen and silk. It's sold on the European eBay, it looks like, for 52 pounds, which is $68. But yeah, look out for this. Burberry is really good. Hugo Boss. This isn't the higher end really, but their ties still do really well, and they're commonly geometric like this, and like have some kind of flashing. Like you can tell when you see Hugo Boss and everything after you start working with them a little bit. But yeah, they make really nice stuff. Robert Talbot. This is a nice one right here. What's going on there? A paisley. Oh, it's like a pheasant or a duck. That's a neat tie. $29. I know this is a good brand. You'll see this more commonly. Kind of with like the Brooks Brothers. Pick it up. It's good. It does really good. Ike Bahar. This is a brand that I've been watching a little more closely lately. It's the the brand is doing strong. The ties are selling for well. The shirts are also selling well. I'm waiting to see where the price ends up though, long term with them. But yeah, definitely a brand to be on the lookout for. They make really nice stuff, so keep an eye on them. Of course, the Ralph Lauren purple label. They make ties also. This is a very nice. It looks like a 2-inch. Let's see if they say. Nope, it's a 3 3/4. All right, so it's a classic size, but nice silk tie. It almost has a satin look to it, but yeah, keep an eye out for the purple labels always. Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. There you go. There's what the label looks like. Why? I'm not sure why they don't do this. Don't auction your item. Put a best offer on it. But yeah, Gucci does really good. It's a good brand. This is oddball, okay? So Ralph Lauren ties do okay. They'll sell for the $15 range. But when you have two great things, like a good brand with a great brand like this, or two good brands going together, your market just doubled. So if you look here, Ralph Lauren, Harley Davidson necktie, they were able to use two brands in one listing. So they're appealing to two separate markets. Harley Davidson obviously isn't in the same, really, not as much in the same market as Ralph Lauren, I wouldn't think. But I know Ralph Lauren makes funky ties, like beach ties, stuff like that. But still, yeah, it's good to have two different brands. So like, yeah, but look, it does good. Anything Harley Davidson sells well too, I always say. So definitely keep an eye out for that stuff. And the last one I have is a brand called Charvette. I don't know what that says. Place Vendôme, maybe? Place Vendôme. Silk, it's just a silk tie, but really nice designs on these. The Charvettes are good. Really basic, easy to look over this tag because it's really basic. But this is a brand that does very, very well with ties also. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I'm going to keep them coming. Like I said, throw some comments below if there's anything in particular you'd like to see. I think the next one I got coming is going to be blazers. So keep an eye out, subscribe for more, and thank you so much for tuning in to these videos I'm throwing out. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you're learning something new every time. Until next time, happy hunting.